Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at cigarette vending machines in Japan again. I've already made a video on this once before, but since I'm back in Japan, I figured I would make another video on this topic. I have found the first two vending machines of the video though, and they are right over to my left, I will acknowledge. I'm currently at Omiya Station in Saitama. And I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and go show you guys the vending machines, see what's inside, and I should probably go ahead and start actually making the video now, shouldn't I? So let's go ahead and take a look at the vending machines, which have a pretty decent selection in my personal opinion. We can see this is the first one right here. It is a decent sized cigarette vending machine. Of course, it requires the TASPO card, as is a regulation here. But there's a lot of very interesting cigarettes that you don't normally see in vending machines. Starting off with the Guringarams up here, you do not normally see these in a vending machine. So that is very, very, very cool. The Vibes, the Arc Royals, not normally seen in vending machines either. These are Wins. I've never even seen these before. These are Chewin K. That's an herbal cigarette, according to the name. Never heard of these either. There's a lot of very interesting cigarettes in this machine, I will acknowledge. If I had a TASPO card, I would pick myself up a pack right now, but sadly, I don't have one. I cannot buy cigarettes from a vending machine in Japan because it's required to have a TASPO card, and I don't have one, so that really is a shame, I will acknowledge. But we could see Lucky Strikes, there's the Peels over here, I need to pick myself up some packs of these, there's Cools, JPS Charcoal Filtered, tried those before. There's also Bentley cigarettes, Kent's of course, all the way down there. Some tattoo cigarettes, some Chungwas, which is really cool. I've never seen Chungwas in a vending machine either. That's really, really, really interesting. Very cool to see. I gotta admit, we're starting off this video with a banger. This has got to be the most selection I have ever seen in a cigarette vending machine in Japan. That's crazy. There's some Pepe cigarettes, more Kent's, some Black Devils, a really good selection. More Lucky Strikes, some, I didn't even know Bohem cigars were sold in Japan. That's pretty crazy. A bunch of Chase cigarettes and American Spirits, of course, as well. Sadly, no American Spirit Blacks, but that is a chain. That is a shame. But they do have Shea Blacks instead. No American Spirit Blacks, but they do have some good alternatives, I will acknowledge. This is the first vending machine of the video. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. And this is the most expensive pack of cigarettes I've ever seen in a vending machine as well. 1,050 yen for a pack of soft pack Chungwas. That is pricey. And buying that from a vending machine, that's some crazy business. That's some crazy business. But super, super, super cool to see this variety from a vending machine in Japan. No complaints on my behalf, let me tell y'all what. And there is another vending machine. However, it's being worked on right now, so I am going to wait a moment and see if, I think he's just loading it up with some more cigarettes, so once he's done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the next two vending machines, because there's two more vending machines right next to a smoking area as well. I'm going to go and take a look at these next vending machines. As said, this is at Omiya Station, right off the west exit, if I'm remembering correctly, and man, they have a pretty good selection. Once again, TASPO card, and I got some Hopes, both the Super Lights and the originals, some Winstons, 7 stars, good selection, 7 stars. They got a lot of good varieties. Highlights, Keith, never heard of those. I'm gonna have to try those. They've also got the Peace Little Cigars. These are new. I need to try these. I need to find them. Sadly, can't buy them at this vending machine because I don't have a TASPO card, as said. Lots of Camels, Winstons, all the Peace except for the Jazz Session, which is now discontinued. It was a limited edition after all, but I have tried that. Pianismo, Chatman, tried those. Those are, I enjoyed them, I'll acknowledge. And Mevis, lots of Mevis, of course, lots of Mevis. And this is pretty much the standard stuff you see in every vending machine. Like these up here, like you'll see like 7 stars 14s or 7 stars 7s and stuff like that. This is a little bit more uncommon. Hope, a little bit uncommon. Highlights, a little bit uncommon. This is rare. This is pretty standard stuff. This is somewhat standard, and somewhat standard. So this is definitely more of a standard vending machine that you would see in Japan rather than being something a little bit more special. And then there's also even these over here. These are all like Icos Terra sticks and whatnot right here. So that's pretty cool to see. The Rich Regulars, I think those are, if I remember correctly. Bunch of Marlboros as well, all pretty standard to see in vending machines in Japan. Bunch of Larks, Clear Hybrid, I kind of want to try those. I'm not going to lie, those sound pretty interesting. And then all the Larks, I need to try a Japanese pack of Larks without a doubt. I think I want to try either that one or that one, I will acknowledge. Not sure which though. And then all these parliaments, I need to try a pack of Japanese parliaments as well. And I definitely need to try one of these Supa Sawa cigarettes. Heard decent things about them, so I definitely need to give them a go eventually, but sadly can't buy them here because I don't have a TASPO card. It is what it is. Maybe I should just borrow somebody's TASPO card, I will acknowledge. And there's some Captain Black little cigars and Colts as well. Overall, these vending machines have a great selection, I will acknowledge. And I'm very glad to have found some vending machines with that good of a selection. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this first part of this video. And I'll see y'all in the next part. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Alright, so it's been about a week since the last time I made a part for this video. And today, I've found another cigarette vending machine that I want to put in this video. I found this cigarette vending machine right here. We can see it's got a little bit of a Kent branding or Kent advertisement on it, which is pretty interesting in my personal opinion. And we can see that over here as well. There's some other stickers on it as well, which I don't know exactly what they say, but these are some ads I've never seen before. These are for the Rock Super Slim cigarettes, which are a brand of cigarettes I have never heard of, I will acknowledge. I don't know how old or new these ads are. I'm figuring they're from the last 10 years, but I don't know if this brand even exists anymore because I've never seen it available for sale in Japan. Of course, as is the case with almost every single cigarette vending machine in Japan these days, this one also has a TASPO card reader. It does only take cash, and you can get your change out, of course, no issue at all. And of course, it's got the 20 plus little signifier right there, just saying you can't buy cigarettes unless you're over 20. And then there's also British American Tobacco Japan. There's a sticker for that right there as well. So it makes me think that this machine might have originally been owned by British American Tobacco. However, I don't think that's the case anymore because taking a look at the selection inside, we can see Parliament Kent, Winston, Mevis, Lucky Strike, Mevis, and then pretty much the same going all the way down. There's a variety of different cigarettes, both from British American Tobacco Japan, from Japan Tobacco, and from Philip Morris International as well. Of course, the Marlboros down here are made by Philip Morris International. These Camels are made by Japan Tobacco. Same with the American Spirits, which are not the most common find in vending machines. That is pretty cool to see, especially since this variety is not one that is available in the United States. We can see some Heat Not Burn cigarettes down here as well. 7 stars, classic in my personal opinion. Pack of Larks, and some more Mevises. These are the extra lights and like the 1 tar versions. And then we've got the original 10s and the super lights over here, along with another Mevis 4 Plume. Overall, pretty solid selection in this machine. Got Lucky Strikes, got Winstons, got the Kents. Pretty solid selection in this machine, and it's definitely an older machine than not, so glad to see it, I will acknowledge. Certainly no complaints on my behalf, and hope you guys enjoyed seeing this machine just as much as I did. Hope you guys enjoyed this portion of the vlog. And I think I'll update y'all the next time I see a cigarette vending machine that I want to feature. Alright, so it's only been a few minutes since the last clip of this video, but I've already found some more cigarette vending machines that I want to feature. In specific, I'm thinking about these cigarette vending machines right here, I will acknowledge. We can see once again, this one is Kent branded, but the branding is a little bit different. This one is more Marlboro branded. We can see it's got an ad for the new Marlboro W Burst. Honestly, I've never heard of these cigarettes before, so I don't know how old that ad is, but I'm thinking probably 2016 is how old it is, because that's when the copyright is set for on the ad, I will acknowledge. Just taking a look at this vending machine right here, though, we can see it is more of a typical cigarette vending machine that you might find in Japan. It's pretty stocked full with Mevis, as most, the vast majority of vending machines that carry cigarettes in Japan tend to be. We can see the Mevis original, both the shorts and the 100s, Mevis lights, super lights, extra lights, and then we can see the Mevis gold 100s as well. I've never had those before. I don't know what they're all about, but it says 1 milligram of tar right there. We can see even more Mevis, a bunch of Winston casters, a cool with Hokkaido mint, another Mevis. This is a menthol, I believe, and then another Mevis gold. That must be a pretty good seller because they've got two of them in the same vending machine. There's also 7 stars, pretty standard to see in cigarette vending machines in Japan as well, along with more Mevis. And then we could see some Kent, another pack of Cool, another pack of Kents, another pack of Kents, and another pack of Kents, with these appearing to all be flavored pop capsule ones. 500 yen, 530 yen, 580 yen for those, 540, 580, and honestly the prices really aren't too bad. Now prices for cigarettes in Japan are standardized, if I'm remembering correctly, so one store can't charge more than another store. Now, from what I can tell though, these prices might be a little bit old because, one, this vending machine looks a little bit disused and just pressing the button, nothing lights up or anything like that. That combined with the fact that there's a piece of tape over the coin hole makes me think it does not work anymore. So I do not believe this one, or honestly this one, is functional, but it's pretty cool to see nonetheless. Yeah, I believe these are now a little bit more expensive, I will acknowledge. I do not believe these machines are on right now, and I do think that they may be a bit older than not. We can see there is a Mevis ad right here. This is a bit older than not as well, from what I can tell at least, but looks pretty solid. Taking a look at the vending machine right here, we can see this one's a little bit different. It's centered less around Mevis and more around, I'd have to say more American cigarettes, without a doubt. We can see Marlboro right there. We can see Marlboro Golds as well, along with Marlboro Menthols. Pretty much the entire line of Marlboro Menthols, to my surprise. I don't think I've ever seen the entire line of Marlboro Menthols in just one cigarette vending machine. We can also see American Spirit Yellows right there, along with a bunch of Marlboro Mega Ice Blast, both the 8s and the 5s, along with the Marlboro W Burst. Due to this ad, I'm now going to have to see if these are actually sold here now, but I don't know if they're sold here now. Well, they were sold here, but if they're still sold here, I'm going to have to see if they're still sold here to say all of that correctly. But we can see the Marlboro W Bursts. We can also see Parliament, and Parliaments. This is the full flavored, I suppose, with these being the Super Ultra Mega Light because they only have 1 milligram of tar. Then we can see a bunch of Larks. These seem to be flavored menthol Larks. And then just a bunch of normal marks. A bunch of normal marks, a bunch of normal Larks as well. There's the classic milds, the full flavoreds, the milds, and the other milds. I don't know what the difference is between the classic milds and the milds, but I'm sure there is some difference. And then we can see some more menthol flavored Larks down here, along with more going all the way over to the side. And then we could see Rosé Virginias, and that is like a cigarette that is marketed towards women in Japan, although I don't know who it's made by, in all honesty. I really should check that out. I've never tried them before, so I've really got no idea who they're made by. But we can see these machines, they've got an ad for iQuos on them as well, and PayPay. I don't know what that is. Maybe you can pay through your Taspo card or something like that kind of thing, but we can definitely tell these machines have been, at least from what I can tell, out of order for a little while. I don't believe they're running right now, but nonetheless, it's pretty cool to see them, and I'm very glad to have been able to feature them on video. We could see W Burst ad right there as well. Well, I think that's all I wanted to say about these vending machines in the background right there. Let's go ahead and keep looking for some more, and I'll see y'all when I see some more I want to feature. Alright, so it's been about a week and a half since the last clip of this video. And right across the street of this road, there is a little tobacconist that is open for a couple hours a day. In front of the tobacconist, there are, I want to say 2 or 3 cigarette vending machines, and that's exactly what I want to show y'all during this clip. But here we are, y'all, here we are. These are the vending machines. Is there another one around the corner? Nope, it's just the 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at these vending machines, and we can see they've got, well, pretty decent selection in my opinion. This vending machine is Marlboro branded, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And we can see the entire top row is made up of Parliaments, just like that. 6 milligram, 9 milligram, and 1 milligram. The next row is all Marlboros. In fact, the next 2 rows are all Marlboros, starting off with Marlboro Reds, then going to another pack of Marlboro Reds, then Marlboro Golds, Marlboro Menthol 8s, Marlboro Black Menthol 8s, and then we got Larks down here, the Lark full flavoreds, then the milds, then the lights, and then the well, I think those are actually the same. I think these are just 100 size. And then we also see some Kents along with some Philip Morris Crush Ball. And then we get the Philip Morris 1 and Black Label right there. None of these I have tried. I don't know how they are, I will acknowledge. As with all cigarette vending machines in Japan that I have found so far that actually work, this one does need to have a TASPO card reader on it. So sadly, I, as a foreigner, cannot use this vending machine, which very much is a shame. But overall, looks like a pretty solid selection of Philip Morris made stuff. No complaints on my behalf. The next vending machine is a little bit different, both style-wise and selection-wise. This one cuts off a little bit lower down here, whereas this one's a bit higher, I will acknowledge. And this one appears to be pretty much all Japan tobacco products, except for these 2 right here. Very interesting, but we can see the entire top row is made up of pretty much the exact same 7-star cigarettes with variations of... Oh, no, wait, no, this is all... I want to say, is this all hard pack or soft pack? No, some of these are soft pack, some of these are hard pack. It's just kind of hard to tell with the tape right there. But then we get over to these Blackjack something. I think these are filtered cigars or cigarettes. I'm not sure. Never had these before. Very interesting. What I do know is that a lot of the labels inside this vending machine have actually been here for a very long time. So I don't even know if these are available anymore. I will acknowledge, although I figure they are. But yeah, like a lot of these labels, like right here, this is like old warning labels from Japan. Like there aren't cigarettes sold in Japan with these warning labels now. Like these are the modern ones because they're a little bit bigger. These are a little bit smaller. Very interesting. So you can definitely tell these photos have been in the vending machine for some time. Pretty cool stuff. So these are definitely older vending machines than not, but more 7-stars over here. A bunch of Mevis. We've got the original 10s, the lights, the super lights, and then the super light 100s over here. And then we've also got the extra lights, and then we've got the Mevis 1 along with the E-Series. I don't know what that is, but I assume Mevis E-Series, more like Mercedes E-Series. Imagine smoking a Mevis E-Series cigarette in a Mercedes E-Class wagon. Now that would go hard. We can see Winston 1 right there, more Mevis E-Series, this time it's the 6s, and then we get the 1s as well of the E-Series. Then below that we have some pretty base smokes in my opinion, the highlights, love them, I will acknowledge. Right next to another pack of pretty base smokes called the Peace Unfiltered, and then we've got the Peace original filters, and then the Peace Super Lights over here, all of which I have tried, except for these. I actually haven't tried these. I do need to. The Echo cigars, we can definitely tell this is a bit old because the Echo cigars are actually discontinued along with the Wakaba cigars. Both of these are now discontinued, so this is definitely an older vending machine than not, although it does appear that these are still in stock, which cannot be said about the Hope original cigarettes, as this little symbol right here just means not in stock. We can also see the Winston Castor 5s, the Winston Cabin 1s, along with the Winston Casper 5 and 1s right there. I don't really know what the difference between the Castor and the Cabin Winstons are, but I'll have to find that out in the future, I will acknowledge. But we can also see there's a Mevis ad right here for the Premium Menthol Option Yellows. And we can see it just says 20 plus, no under 20 down here, requires TASPO. As we can see right here, it does indeed require TASPO, and it only takes cash. It does not take card. In fact, I've never seen a cigarette vending machine that does take card in Japan, I will acknowledge. Although if I do ever find one, I'm gonna have to take a photo at a minimum. But yeah, that's these 2 cigarette vending machines right here. Overall, in my opinion, they're pretty solid vending machines. They're nothing crazy by any means. They don't have any super wild cigarettes in them that I've never seen in a vending machine before, but they're just solid vending machines that have a solid selection that are going to make most everybody happy, I will acknowledge. Unless you want a pack of Camels, and then you might not be happy though. But overall, no complaints on my behalf about these vending machines, and no complaints on my behalf about this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I showcased some cigarette vending machines in Japan, of course, please make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box and everything like that all in the description down below. It's been great chatting about vending machines here, and if I find any more of interest, I think I may have to show them off, I will acknowledge. Appreciate y'all watching. Until the next one, stay safe and peace, and have a great one. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying?